What's up, guys? Sean back with another video and too fat to work. I'm kind of curious how a lot of you will feel about that one, because coming from the 600-pound tribe like I did, I was definitely on benefits. Probably the thing I'm most embarrassed about is being on disability for something I did to myself, and I was very aware of that, and it was a huge driving force in wanting to lose the weight. Like, I just didn't want to be that guy any longer. I could have sat there and just kept getting those benefits, but I didn't want to be that guy. I wanted to change my life, and I wanted off benefits. So somebody sent me this into my email, and they were like, we would like your thoughts on this, and it looks interesting to me. So I'm definitely kind of interested to see how Britain feels about that, if it's very much the same as it is over here, if you guys are all pushing for it, if it's easy to get, or what. So let's check out Britain and what they're doing in the Biggie tribe.
Britain is getting fatter, and as our waistline grows, so does the burden on the benefit system.
I have no qualms about collecting sick pay.
A growing number of overweight and obese people have been signed off on the sick.
I'm the one who's got to wake up in the morning, look into a mirror and look at myself and say, you know, I'm fat.
Where to go? But also, these people can walk. Like, they're not too fat to work. My big self was barely making it to the bathroom. So I could see them working. Like, if the guy at the Walmart greeting people at the door sitting in a wheelchair can work, I don't get why they can't. But, yeah, they're not that big yet.
Dealing with obesity costs the state billions.
I'm not proud that I'm on benefits. I don't want to be on benefits.
Some want to work.
There isn't a specific, I want this sort of job. I want to have a pay packet. I want to go out and work.
Others say they simply can't.
It's not my fault that I'm like this.
And some claim they're
Yes.
only getting what they're entitled to.
The government's paying it for me, but at the end of the day, I did work. You know, so really, you know, why not?
Britain is changing, and we're all paying the price.
I couldn't notice that I was eating more.
By the way,
Are you sleep eating? Because everybody knows when they're eating more. But also, the guy who's like, I paid into it, yeah, that's pretty much everybody's mindset, where they're like, well, I paid into it, I should get it now. But if you can work, like, I think you should. And that guy, I mean, he's got a mobility scooter, all that. I don't know how bad his situation is. But some of the other people, they don't look that bad off. Like, they should be taking the benefits.
nice kebab. Oh, God.
Are we fast becoming a nation that is simply too fat to work?
I was expecting it, just put it that way.
In Plymouth, on the south coast, 60% of adults are overweight or obese. Two of them are Stephen Beer and Michelle Coombe. Steve weighs 31 stone, and Michelle tips the scales at 23 stone.
Okay, so 434, and what's she? 23, so that's 42, da-da-da. That's 322, I think, if I'm doing the math right. Yeah, so put them both together, they weigh a little more than I started, okay?
I'll show you. Look. See my stomach? Look, right? That's my stomach. That's my stomach, right? That's cellulitis.
45-year-old Steve is signed off sick, and 43-year-old Michelle hasn't had a job in 2 decades. They live
2 decades? Not since she was 23 years old? She's been on benefits that long? I know over here it's hard to get on benefits. Like, it would take years to get on it. So maybe it's easier over there? Maybe she was trying since she was 21, but that's kind of crazy that she's been on it since she was 23.
live in a 1-bed flat paid for by housing benefit. In total, they get around £2 a month in handouts.
This is our bedroom. Mind out the tiger. This is Michelle's friend, so
Frosted
this is where we live.
Flakes.
Can't get in the shower. You know, I have to get stuck in the shower house when so I've got carers coming in and, you know, they kind of like wash me and dress me and sort me out and everything.
Steve used to run a clean
Glass shower is pretty brave when you're that fat, because, yeah, if you got to squeeze in between some glass, like, there's the hazard pay there. So he should get extra money for that, right?
cleaning business before suffering a stroke 6 years ago when he weighed 27 stone. Since then, he's developed a growing list of health problems.
So I could do the manual things like, you know, like get to a tap, you know, wash your hands, things like that. I like to get away from the dishes. Don't like doing dishes. I hate doing dishes, you know. Making cups of coffee. Don't ask me to make cups of coffee, because I'm not good at making cups of coffee or tea, you know.
Steve is one of around 12,000 people in Britain who receive disability benefits because they're too fat to work. Even though it's a struggle for someone of his size to get a job, it doesn't stop him dreaming.
Tamar Bridge. That's a good job, isn't it?
Okay, so this guy wants to work, or he's just sitting here just acting like he does, but he'll just keep taking the benefits. I don't know. They said he had a stroke. I'll give him, like, that guy probably seriously has some medical stuff going on that's making it hard for him. Her, I think she's addicted to Candy Crush and candy, and that's just stopping her from working.
Tamar Bridge show.
No,
Yeah,
you ain't going nowhere near Tame Bridge.
I could sit in the kiosk there, take all the tickets when they're going over, and say it's gone up.
But the reality of job hunting is a little different.
I've been into a job centre before, right, in Torquay. Went in there one day and they said, oh, we can't do it because you're overweight. What can you do? Be Father Christmas?
But even though Steve struggled,
The easiest job I ever had, security, buddy. You just sit there and watch paint dry on the wall. It was so mind-numbingly boring. But also, I applied for a job at Wells Fargo and like collections because I was like, sure, I can sit here and make phone calls and bother people all day. Like, that works for me. It's an easy job. They didn't hire me, probably because they were worried about the health benefits they'd have to give me later on if I kept working there.
struggles to walk the walk, he's keen to talk the talk.
I was brought up with the gumption of, if you have a family, you look after them. And that doesn't mean sit on your ass and kind of like watch the world go by. You've got to go out there and earn your keep instead of sponging off the benefit system, you know?
But right now, Steve's got a lot on his mind. In 6 weeks, he's going to get married to Michelle. It won't be his first wedding, but it will be the first time he's had to pay using his benefits.
Weddings cost a lot of money.
You can pay for your wedding? Like, the benefits will help you with that? Or is he saying he's been saving for it? Because that's insane if you guys are paying for friggin' weddings. Because then you're just, like, adding to the friggin' problem, right? He's buying a damn wedding cake with his obesity benefits. How's that work?
Money, you know. But anyway, it'd be worth it at the end of the day.
Where are you getting the money from for your wedding?
Well, what we're doing this is from, you know, it's from our benefits and everything. I'm having all sorts, you know. I'm having, like, for my wedding, I'm having, like, all canopies and all that lot.
I don't mind, I'm mad to do anything towards it.
£200 for a car. For what? About 3 hours?
Come on, buddy. More crack than a trap house. Pull your pants up. Also, I had no clue what she just said. I think it was English, but I couldn't make it out.
Yeah. You know, all I'm worried about at the moment is getting my suit for my wedding. That's gonna cost me expensive, isn't it?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you want to get married and everything and you're on benefits and stuff, then I'm afraid, you know, sometimes you've got to miss out on things, you know?
When you're jobless and on the dole, there's a lot of time to fill. In York, 20-stone single mum Rachel Lacey fills part of her days by looking after her pets.
I can see his tail. It's not as much fun when I know where you are. But there we are.
280 is too fat to work? I'm 294 right now. Shit, I'm moving to Britain, buddy. We can cash in over here. That's crazy.
Find the rat. Come here, baby. Shh, shh, shh. He's
What,
over.
rat?
He's over 2. There's times when I was long-term unemployed, and you wake up and think, is there actually any reason for getting out of bed today? No, it's not going to affect anybody else's life if I don't actually get up. And then you think, oh, the rats need feeding. And it's what got me out. Stop eating me. It's what motivates me some days.
41-year-old Rachel lives in a 2-bed housing association flat paid for by Housing Benefit. She also receives £140 a fortnight in job seekers allowance and a council tax reduction.
I have in the past.
I don't know what a fortnight is except for the damn video game and Ninja, but I guess that's a couple days, something like that. But this lady says she only wakes up to feed the rats. It sounds like she's probably dealing with more stuff than just her weight. That sounds like depression to me if I've ever heard it.
Got to the point where I've struggled to feed the rats, and I've ended up living on beans and toast. for 3 or 4 days. I don't care, my vats are fed, that's what matters.
Rachel's been out of work and on benefits for more than 3 months and has applied for more than 100 jobs.
I'm not pretentious about the job I want. It's like, yes, I'd like to be an office worker, but some of the best jobs I've had out of temping are the ones that you wouldn't think of applying for normally. I'll take anything. Going to ASL, I'll do anything. Yeah, but what specific do you want to do? It says, no, just I want to work. There isn't a specific, I want this sort of job. I want to have a pay packet, I want to go out and work.
She says she's fit to have a job, but believes employers will say she's too fat to work.
Damn, can't nobody work over here then if 280's too fat. Office jobs, they kind of just add to the weight gain problem though, because you sit there, you're bored, you'll eat at your desk all day. That's why the standing desks are nice, and a lot of people just go for walks on their lunch break, stuff like that.
So many jobs you see them say in the description, you'll be the first person people see at our company, and I look at them and think, well, they're never going to employ me. And obviously because I'm overweight, I think, well, some people aren't going to like that.
In order to get a job and get off benefits, Rachel thinks she needs to lose weight, so she's opted for drastic measures paid for by the state. She's on the waiting list for a $6,000 gastric bypass and has been told it could be any time in the next 2 months.
I didn't want people saying, we spent X amount of pounds on you and it's just about you. And I felt bad about it, and no, I don't want to do it. And then a few years ago, somebody said, well, how much does your medication cost? I hate to think how much that's cost over the years. Probably more than the gastric.
$6,000 though? That's cheap. Like, I always thought it was like 30 grand for the surgery. Maybe this is old, but it sounds like we need to go to Britain to get this damn surgery from here on. Like, send Dr. Now over there.
Bypass.
While some people commit to dieting and exercise, Rachel believes the bypass is the only option to get her weight down.
I've got to the point now, right, whilst I'm still relatively young, in my early 40s, I want to go ahead with it and get it done. I'll look more presentable. People won't be worrying about, am I going to be ill, or how I look as a company, but a lot of it is also how I'm going to feel.
Meet Amy Johnston. She's 18 and weighs 32 stone. She's been signed off sick because of health problems caused by her weight.
Walkies, come on.
She lives in Scotland.
So 448 pounds at 18 and already on benefits. So probably, yeah, I probably was somewhere up around there, but that's crazy to think at 18 you're already on the benefits.
Which are some of the highest levels of childhood obesity in the world.
Come on, let's go down the hill.
Amy gets £240 a fortnight in disability benefits.
You got to go back
Down
up
the
it,
hill.
though.
Down the hill.
But she hasn't always been this size.
What's your name?
What are you talking about? It looks like she's always been overweight. But when you're fat, hills, not your friend. You don't go down them because you always got to go back up. That's what I'm saying.
My name's Amy.
I couldn't notice that I was eating more.
Amy gained weight growing up. Mum Sharon says a tight budget made it difficult to give her a healthy diet.
I was working, 12, 13-hour shifts, so it was like anything quick and easy. But now I don't. I mean, with all the hype over the horse meat and stuff like that, I mean, I tend to sort of like stay away from that now.
You guys are eating horses? I always thought that was just a joke. Like Australia, they eat kangaroo and they're like McDonald's nuggets, horses, whatever. But yeah, I don't like that argument that like unhealthy food costs less. Because if you really do the math, a lot of the healthy stuff, if you cook it out and do all that, comes out cheaper. Like a salad's going to cost less to make than a cheeseburger, always.
By the time she hit her teens, Amy weighed 15 stone.
Could eat most things in the past. Yorkshire puddings, Sunday dinners, bacon, chips, chicken dippers, stuff like that. Come on, we're going back up the hill.
Horses?
Today, Mum Sharon is also unemployed and on benefits. She feels trapped in a hopeless situation.
Cut down on the food, don't eat, don't, overdo on the crisps and the chocolate and everything like that.
Baby girl.
Together, they receive
I know you guys rave about your chocolate being better than ours. I've never had, what is it, dairy milk or whatever? That's the one everybody says is better. Which I've been to Hershey Park quite a few times in my life. Hershey's is not the best chocolate, but that's what we got. That's what we deal with.
Nearly 1,200 quid in handouts every month, including £400 housing benefit to pay the rent. But it doesn't rest easy with Sharon.
I would really love to get back out there and start paying my own way. I hate relying on the state. I don't want to live off anybody else's taxes.
And yet for Amy, coming off benefits and finding a job is almost impossible.
I couldn't physically get one because I couldn't physically do it, if you get me drift. So I won't be able to manage because I'll be in pain, stuff like that. I'm sure my...
Because you're 18 and you don't want to work. Let's not give the whole pain thing, because there's no way you could be that bad yet. You just don't want to get out into the world and work. But there's a harsh reality check. Unless, I can't believe you guys would give someone at 18 benefits. Like, you have to fight for years and years to get it over here.
My fault that I'm like this.
Also, they usually don't give it to you just for being overweight. There has to be something
The countdown
else.
continues to Steve and Michelle's wedding. Steve claims he wants to be as fit as he can for the big day, so they're off to their weekly weight management class.
This is our weighing charts and everything. And what we do is we go with Linda in a minute. We give her these and she measures our waist. She measures our how much fat we got. Last week I was around about 31.3. So what I'm trying to do now is lose around about £3 to get down to 31.
Now for the...
Okay, so 31 stone and 3 pebbles, but that's what? 430. 437? So he's just trying to lose 3 pounds in a week?
Moment of truth.
Go on, Steve. You okay, Steve?
Yeah, you're right.
Straight? Yeah, okay, T. That's a pound loss. Okay, well done.
You lost something.
Let's see if you just give me a hand. Right, okay, so that's come down. Yeah, that's 5 centimetres off your waist. Well done.
5 centimetres?
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep off the fatty stuff, you know?
Yeah, good. Not so many kebabs.
Yeah. So that's a £1 off. That's not bad. I was expecting more, really. But I didn't really want to stay the same, so... Yeah, that was really good.
Next up, it's Michelle.
Yeah, brilliant.
I lost £5.
Damn, she lost 5 to his 1, which shows you who was actually working. But then again, she's trying to get into that wedding dress. I know that means a lot more to you guys than it does to us, because we'll wear some damn sweatpants and not think twice about it. But she killed it, and he kinda tried a little bit. Maybe he took X-Lax, I don't know.
I'm quite shocked, actually.
Steve and Michelle pay for the course out of their benefits.
It takes the excess sugar and it stores it as fat.
They've also been enrolled in a compulsory weight loss programme funded by the taxpayer.
Right, the biggest loser this week is Michelle. Michelle. Okay, hang on. Michelle, have you got any tips or clues for the class to how you did it?
Well, I just done more exercise and ate a bit healthier this week.
Did you? Well done. You're doing very well. Well done. Thank you, Michelle.
Bedroom cardio.
We kind of treat ourselves every time we do lose weight.
Oh my god. You made some progress, right? Now it's time to go to Macca's. Is that what you guys call it? Or is Macca's down in Australia? I don't know, but treating yourself seems kinda counterproductive. You lost a pound, buddy. You're gonna put that right back on.
Hello, this is Steve here. Can I have a delivery, please? Yeah, you got it by now, yeah. Yeah, how are you, all right?
They know his order?
Yeah, can I have a doner kebab? Large, please. Yeah, can I have lots of salad? Michelle wants...
Chicken doner meat with spicy spuds.
Okay.
And their big night just
can I have
gets
2 cans
better
of
and
Pepsi,
better.
please? Any discount? Thanks, bye-bye, bye.
You get a frequent fatty discount too? Damn, man. Fat people are about to start flocking to Britain. It sounds like you guys got all the benefits and everything to just benefit overweight people.
Knocked 80 pence off.
Well, that's nice of them.
Oh, Michelle.
Get it sorted, Steve.
All right. There you go. My kebab.
And there's mine.
£1 lost, £11.50 spent, but best to keep it quiet.
Don't know how much fat is in this, so I ain't got a clue. Probably right about 40 or something.
I don't know.
If anybody comes in, especially Linda, sees me eating this, oh, she'll tell me off. She'll say, where have you got a kebab? By the way, this is a nice kebab.
In York, while former tour guide Rachel scours the internet for jobs, her daughter Carol can only think about her mum's looming gastric bypass.
We're watching Embarrassing Bodies, you think, hey, I'm getting one of them. Which isn't really what you expect when you're watching Embarrassing Bodies.
You guys have a show called Embarrassing Bodies too? We call it My 600-Pound Life. But also, I think the people that would get maddest at you would be the taxpayers that are like paying for the surgery. Especially seeing a guy that's sitting there on benefits, like lose a pound and then he's ordering kebabs. I think that would get some people in an uproar because they're trying to get off benefits, right? But they're not trying hard enough. 1 pound is no reason to celebrate.
But it'll be a good thing in the long run, I think. If she has to change her diet to cope with the after effects, I'll change mine as well and hopefully lose some weight too, which would be nice.
You definitely
For
have to change your
Rachel, it's
diet.
more than just about getting off benefits.
It's about living longer. It's about not dying young. And that is not a side that I think gets emphasised enough. That it isn't just that people want to be thinner for whatever reason, want to be healthier. It will kill me young if I don't do this.
It's a bit weird. Just kind of removing things that we're meant to have.
Yeah.
No, I don't like that idea. I don't think I could have that. I'm too squeamish for that.
Also, hearing the way that she's talking about 280, whereas over here, I feel like 280 would be like, yeah, I'm overweight. But you guys have a drastically different idea of like the fat, like what is super, super fat and how people react to it. Like I saw that thing yesterday, that video where they're yelling like, oi, fatty at people walking down the street. And I'm like, that guy's not that damn fat, so.
But if the taxpayer-funded procedure is the answer, then Rachel feels it will be well worth it.
I think it'll help me get a job afterwards. Apparently I'll be physically fitter. I'm hoping it's going to increase my self-confidence, and having been bullied for my weight throughout my school's career, you get that idea of going to anywhere, especially bigger companies, that there'll be somebody there who's going to have a problem with me just because of how I look. And I've worked for a company where there's only been a handful of staff. And after one of the staff left, somebody else showed me something they posted on the internet, on social media, referring to me as a troll. And people I've never met before inciting me to be killed for being overweight.
Hell, you guys are freaking mean as hell. But yeah, people talk crap behind everyone's back. I feel like that's probably just part of the workplace. Like, I don't know, my girl told me a story the other day about some woman who was mad at the other lady, so she was poisoning her flowers at her desk and, like, dumping. I forget what she was dumping. She was trying to kill her flowers. And I think that somebody might have sent her those flowers that was really sick from her family. It was really effed up. That's all I know.
You're all right.
No.
Back in Plymouth, Steve's being washed and dressed by his carer, Ruth, who comes twice a day.
This is a big t-shirt, this.
She costs Steve nothing, but the taxpayer forks out around £8,000 a year so he can be looked after.
Probably have a little belly up.
Yeah.
Well, you can't really...
You got a wife right there and they pay somebody to come give you a gooch grab? That's insane. Why? Why can't she just scrub? He's not that damn big. Pick his... What is he? He say he was like 450 or something? You can get up under your nuts, buddy. Come on.
Enjoyed it, Steve.
For the camera.
I love your socks this morning.
Right.
Yeah, thanks. Brilliant. It's alright, carrots are nice.
Yeah, looks a steak, doesn't he, Ruth? Hey, you're not going to leave it like that. Right, that's you all sorted.
Thank you very much. All the carrots are nice, really nice. Yeah, they come in, and if it wasn't because of them, you know, I'd be, my hygiene would be, out the window and everything. So I get it twice a day, and and if I get any problems, I just need to bring them up, and they've been, they're really good.
Let me get this right. You stink, so you can call somebody and say, hey there, sweetie, I need my balls rubbed. Like, come on over, and it just works? Do they call somebody else to come brush your teeth? Like, this guy can walk. I don't understand why, like, somebody's coming over and doing all that. Like, he could do that. Jesus.
The couple are off to Paynton to see Steve's dad to discuss plans for their wedding. And while benefits are paying the lion's share of the wedding, his dad is contributing too. But that comes at a price. More weight loss.
Do you think I should lose more weight?
Oh, yeah.
Please believe me that I'm going to lose weight.
You should have something done. You was very thin. He's been like that ages now, hasn't he? Because he's been like that for now about 5 years now, 5, 6 years. Something like that.
My dad tried to bribe me too. Even when I was a little kid, he's like, hey, Sean, I'll give you $50 if you lose 20 pounds. Needless to say, Sean remained broke for a while.
Turn up.
Then Steve talks his dad through their plans for the benefits wedding.
This is nice, isn't it? Stick my glasses on so I can read it.
Is that the
And
menu?
we've got like a blessing of marriage and things like that, and then we've got all the hymns and everything. You know the hymns, don't you?
Yeah.
Some of the hymns. We're going to have a release of doves, right?
M&M's?
Then a photographer's going to take some photos of us, all us lot, right? Then in the evening we're going to have a buffet, so it's going to be an all-day different thing. I had to pay out my money and everything, you know what I mean? Benefits, some of it, out of benefits and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's not fair. Where's the fat wedding planner? Like, send over the ball scrub lady. I'm sure she can do something, right?
I'll be there.
Steve decides to up the stakes for his weight loss challenge.
Please believe me that I am going to lose weight. Right?
Yeah.
I'll bet you a drink.
Tanner.
A tenner?
Yeah.
I ain't got a tenner. All my money's gone out on my wedding. Oh, yeah, I have, yeah. I've gone up to
That's for when you're getting your weight done. If you get it done, I'll give you that money.
Okay, so $10 will motivate you more than, I guess, I don't know, being able to scrub your own sack? Like, when it gets to that point, all these outside things should be driving you, not money.
Scotland, teenager Amy Johnston's 32-stone frame means she isn't even looking for a job. Just getting around the two-bed house is hard work enough.
Can't bend down because I can't reach and stuff like that.
She has trouble getting in and out of the bath, so we have to have showers all the time. That is quite difficult.
Well, I can't go upstairs, it's taken me ages. I can get up them, but I'm very knackered when I get to the top.
There's
I will
my
come upstairs every
nemesis.
day.
You don't sing. Go on. Yeah.
Hang on, I've got to do my U-turn.
Right.
In the bath.
I feel like your guys' house layouts are not very much, like, fat-friendly at all, because the way she had to wedge through there, our stairs are wider than that. I just feel like everything's a little more compact in Britain.
In the bath.
Push it down. Hoses.
Unfortunately, we haven't got that much room.
It's a bit diddy.
Once you've got Amy in the bath and then me here as well, she can't sit in the bath.
Did she just say both of them get in there? How would that work? There's no shot. That thing's, like, so shallow. I feel like you can't be over 200 and even get in that tub.
We could have a wave if I did.
Amy's health problems are a 24/7 issue. It's
You need
another
water
reason why
for
she
a
feels a
wave.
job is out of the question.
It's the struggling. Just go slow, Amy. It's the struggling.
Oh.
See, because obviously Amy's got to get in, and then I've got to get in round as well to help her. And as you can see, she's got to have lots of pillars.
11 to be precise.
There's pillars in the middle and there's pillars at the sides to support, obviously, her chest. As I said, she wouldn't be able to breathe if she laid down flat because of her weight. I come in 2-3 times to make sure she's okay. And she's normally all rattly and asleep. Deflating bagpipe.
You know how tough it is to see someone who's 18 and they're already like on benefits and just like, oh, I can't do this. Whereas when you're 18, it should be like, okay, I have to change so I can get out and work and do this and that, because they're not going to give you benefits at that age, over here at least. I don't think, unless something seriously is wrong, but if you're like, hey, I'm fat, they're going to say like, hey, go for a walk. I don't think they give them to you that early. Now, if you've destroyed your back, your knees, something like that, and the doctor's like, okay, this is wrong, and it's because of my weight, that's what happened to me. Like my herniated disc, bulging discs, all that. My back's on fire when I just sit here and film these videos. But that, like, from my weight is what had me on it.
Pipe size there.
And I'm not now.
It's 3 weeks to their wedding, and Steve and Michelle are in town shopping. Steve's getting around on a specially strengthened mobility scooter, paid for out of his benefits.
I won't be able to kind of like walk this far. And it'd just kill me. So this is why I need a scooter, really. You know, £4, come on, you know, you can have it all day.
They'll pay for a ball scrubber and pit my ride to trick out your scooter? Like, what don't you guys pay for?
Go around town on that. Instead of walking. Yeah. What's your dog?
And Michelle takes it all in her stride.
Let him go on his own. Don't bother me.
I'm the one who's got to wake up in the morning, look into a mirror and look at myself and say, you know, I'm fat or I'm obese, overweight and everything. You know, that's not good for me, see? So, you know, I like to kind of like lose weight and be, you know, and do get a job. But
you lost a pound and you bought like 3 pounds of kebab. Also, that's the reason she lost 5 pounds. Buddy's scooting down the street and she's walking behind him.
Is it many people out there who will kind of like give me a job?
With the wedding fast approaching, Steve might be trying to slim down, but his weight means he's entitled to supersized disability benefits.
I was assessed for disability, so I can get a car or I can get a scooter, whatever, really. Is it right? No, of course not. You know, it's government's money, isn't it? You know, it's paying for the government's paying it for me. But at the end of the day, I did work. I have worked, you know, and I ain't sat on my ass, you know, all the time and everything. So I have done kind of like, I have done some work, and you know, so really, you know, why not?
They'll buy you a car for being fat? Like a chubby Chevy?
In Plymouth, Michelle Coombe is on a mission. Her fiancé Steve may be on a diet, but he still wants his favourite dish.
I'm going to the shop to get a biscotti bolognese. It's biscotti with mincemeat, tomatoes, and mushrooms and onions.
She hasn't had a job for more than 20 years, but when it comes to cooking, Michelle is used to stepping in.
He start it and I'll finish it.
That's what she said.
The cost of this bolognese, 16 quid, and an exhausted Michelle.
I'm gonna go.
Bro, but she hasn't worked for 20 years. Yet she can just run out, spend money on like special meals. They could do this, do that. They have way too much money for just being like, hey, we're overweight, give us money. It's not like that. We don't get that much in benefits. I feel like you get like $1,000, $1,200 a month. You're doing pretty all right for like disability. You'll get up to like 15, but 1,200 is probably pretty good. I think they said they get closer to like 1,800 USD.
Go on, sit down now. He can chop it all up himself.
I love spaghetti bolognese. It's my favourite meal, you know. Oh, I can eat loads of it.
You all right there?
Yeah.
Steve says he lost control of his eating when he had a stroke at work in 2008 and has been
Forgot
on
about the
benefits
stroke.
ever since. He's got a wedding to plan and is trying to eat more healthily, but just 3 minutes at the chopping board and he's starting to flag.
I'll probably lose a couple of pounds, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Hey, not doing well at the moment. You take over.
I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I got... Sorry, but... I'm sweating already.
Heard him breathe. He sounds like a smoker too, but I haven't seen him smoke. 3 minutes at the chopping block. Yeah, I mean, that's all it takes once you're that big for something to hurt and you want to sit down. I would get like 5 minutes at the stove, and that's why I ate a lot of microwave stuff and a lot of total crap for me that didn't do me any good. But he could have kept going, I think, or got a chair and sat there and did it. I think he's just used to people doing everything for him because people come over and do everything for him.
It's a shame, really, that I've got to rely on Michelle to do some things all the time. You know, I'd be lost without her, really.
Oh, yeah, cut some of them up, didn't he?
And there are other temptations which could jeopardise the slimming plans.
It's a company on here. It's called Roast to Go. And what they do is, right, say I have about 5 roast. Oh, yeah, Steve, I'll be there in 1 hour. It'll cost you £21, say. Oh, thank you, brilliant. Yeah, I'm gonna love this.
It's not spaghetti, that's just friggin' meat. Damn, that's a lot. Well, you guys call it mince, it's ground beef. But, yeah, you have, what do you call it, roast to go? They'll just send you roast? That's kind of nuts.
Dinner's up. A large helping of spaghetti bolognese. And he simply can't resist his favourite dessert.
Yeah, some of this, love it.
Butter?
What's yours too, Cheryl?
I didn't want no ice cream.
So that means it's more for me?
Yeah.
So can I have the tub?
No. Don't have to eat a whole tub in one day.
Well,
I did.
Just love ice cream, don't I?
Isn't it?
When you're as large as Steve, it can be difficult finding clothes that fit on a benefits budget. He's taken a trip into town with Michelle to look for a bargain.
They've got a sale on at the moment, so I look at trying to get things cheap. You know what I mean? So, you know, especially if you're, you know, can't afford things. When you can't afford things, it's really difficult.
Yeah, we had Destination XL, or I would order all my stuff off Amazon since I was a 6X, but you could get it pretty reasonably priced on there, and at the same time, like, it's just more fabric, so it costs more. Like, I have shirts that cost me $30 when everybody else could get like 3 of the same shirt, which is just kind of crazy.
You all right?
Roll out.
But despite the slip-ups with kebabs, pasta and ice cream, Steve seems to be making some progress in his attempt to lose weight for the wedding.
As you lose all your weight, it's like this here. This is massive on me now, look. This is massive, so I'm trying to get something to fit. All right.
I'm pretty sure that looks like it fits him the same as it always did, but Buddy will be cha-cha sliding in no time at this rate.
This one's like a tent.
Okay, small victory.
But even
looks happy.
6XL is still a bit of a struggle.
Yes.
Keep doing that button.
That was me.
He has trouble with buttons. Yeah, he can't undo them because his fingers are too far.
That just leads to a messy bathroom situation if he can't get buttons undone. I struggle with straps.
This doesn't fit me.
Bit tight, that one, isn't it?
Bit tight, but there you go.
Hello.
In York,
and pop.
jobless mum Rachel Lacey has received the news that she hopes will help with her job hunting.
I had a phone call a couple of mornings ago saying, am I free on a particular day, December the 3rd, and asked if I want to go for my bypass. So after a slight pause, which was purely shock, I said yes. And so now I've had to do a schedule, a timetable of when everything's going to happen.
With the gastric bypass only 3 weeks away, it's not long before her mind turns to food.
The next week, getting down to about 6 days now, I'm probably going to eat more than I should because so many.
So you guys don't have pre-surgery diets, you don't have to prepare for this, lose any weight, go to all these checkups. That's just a recipe for disaster because you have to prepare for it or else you're just going to like do something stupid and hurt yourself or just end up right back in the same boat.
Many people want me to. I just thought, yeah, I'll do it. As long as I don't go completely over the top. Since I had the phone call, we've ate normally. So it's not as if I've started, right, that's it, I'm just going to eat my way through everything we have left in the house.
For some people, the stomach shrinking operation is an excuse to have one last binge.
I have a pumpkin in the fridge, and that might be my last meal. I prep it as if you're going to make a lantern, you take the top off, you take the seeds out, and then you start putting really unhealthy things in it. And then you just bake it and eat it out of the shell, and that might be my last meal because I think it tastes fantastic. I wouldn't mind a chicken.
You can eat a pumpkin like that? I've only had the friggin' pie. But yeah, Last Supper syndrome always happens to a lot of people. I did it. I effed mine up real bad. I got my surgery canceled. So it happens. It happens to the best of us. Which obviously is not me because I effed it up a lot.
Chicken macaroni, but because that's the one with the cheese in. I can't believe somebody's invented a curry with cheese in it. This is fantastic.
In Scotland, 1 in 5 young people are unemployed. One of them is Amy Johnston, who's off on a rare trip with the family to see what's in the shops. But when you're 32 stone, even getting there is a big effort.
You're stressed. Be careful, love. I've got it, it's all right. It's right near the curb. Don't walk like a gangster.
What do you mean?
Just like that. Yeah, I think we're starting to get a bit breathless now, aren't we?
When you're this big, you can be priced out of the high street, especially when you're on benefits.
We can't buy big clothes out of these because they just don't facilitate for bigger people in shops like this. Most of her clothing comes from online shopping catalogues.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to find your stuff at a regular store. It's very rare. Like, we have Burlington over here, and they would have all the big sizes. Like, they even go up to, like, friggin' 8X and stuff like that. And it's cheap, because it's, like, the clothes that they messed up and the stitches out of place here or there. But walking in a mall is pretty brave for $4.50. I mean, she can still get around, so I don't know why she can't work.
Specialise in larger clothes.
Shoes and stuff like this from here.
Like shoes, you could come to somewhere like this. But it's, I mean, to pay them prices is just
shocking.
These ones are going up to 2XL, which, I mean, as you can see, you can appreciate that, you know, they're just not big enough. You know, you're very, very lucky if you find a really large, like 4 or 5XL in a shop like this anyway. These only go up to like a 2XL as well, so it's, you know, you're very, very limited on the things.
That's only a large. Check these. These look ugly.
Oh, you know, I'm just checking you're all right. Do you know what I mean?
Fine, I'm still breathing.
Shopping is hard work, so Amy and her mum stop off for a breather.
You taking a seat? Ooh. Drink. Ooh. Sit down, drink, come on.
Back in Plymouth, Steve and Michelle are making a rare walk into town to do some last-minute admin for their wedding. And he's in a spot of bother.
Yeah, pretty brave. I don't know. I was scared to even walk into Walmart, and that guy's breathing super hard just going from the kitchen to his living room. So I'm surprised he decided he was going to hoof it that day instead of just getting his scooter. But as far as sizes go, you can sometimes find a 3X at like Walmart or something like that. I'm a 2X now, so I can actually buy clothes in store, and I was super happy when that happened. But yeah, clothes is always going to be hard when you're that big. But they're doing everything else for you, so why not buy your damn clothes too?
Yeah, let's see if I can get down those steps.
Steve's health problems, including diabetes and hypertension caused by his weight, means just being on his feet makes him breathless.
When you've got weight issues, I think the things like that, it's very difficult to kind of like go on stairs, like be on stairs and everything. So I found it really tough at the moment. So I came down 2 levels.
With Michelle by his side, it's a concern ahead of their big day, but they still head to the reception venue. And it turns out Steve's been here before, and more than once.
This is wedding number 4.
Holy shit. 4 weddings? Buddy's just running through them. Did you guys pay for 4 weddings? Oh my god. Also, that guy has the tiny... I thought they were kidding about the little fat fingers, and then I saw him. This guy's fingers looks like literally a Hershey's Kiss. Like, they are the little stubbiest things ever. That might be why he keeps getting divorced.
6L. Wedding number 6. Thanks.
But this will be Steve's first wedding, partly subsidised by the state.
Registry office,
okay.
Transport, hotels, things like that, church. It's around about £3,000. Well, what I want to do is pay 50 today.
Yes, certainly.
Then finish the rest on.
I mean, look at them fingers, buddy. That is... I probably couldn't undo buttons with those. I thought they were kidding. No shot. He has such little... Look at these big, massive, manly hands right here, buddy. I friggin' engulf his.
On this week, on Friday.
No problem, mate.
All right?
Yep. Just double check we've got everything there. I know we have.
50 people for the meal.
Yep. The menu, which is minestrone, beef and turkey, and then gateau or cheesecake. Is you happy with that, or do you want to change it?
Just add the ice cream to it.
Yeah, certainly.
Cheesecake.
Looking forward to getting married for the first time.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, we love each other, don't we, Sean? Yeah.
Ow, you're pulling my hair.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Well, all right. No, I'll sort out the rest
And
of
you
the
paid 100 so far. No problem at all. Thanks very much. That's in there. You happy with that?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Any other problems, give us a shout. We'll sort it out for you.
There's loads of people out there, right, who's on benefits. They get married, they get married, of course they do. And they find a venue and other things as well, so why can't I?
I still can't believe that that's part of what you pay for. Sure, the surgery, like, I get that. But as far as, like, weddings, someone coming over to scrub your nuts, like, he can walk, so he can scrub down there. I don't know, actually, with them little digits, he might struggle, but she's right there, so why are they paying someone else to come into the home and do that? It just seems like a waste of resources.
In Scotland, the Johnstons are facing an uncertain future. It's hard for them to imagine a way out.
You know, I'm not proud that I'm on benefits. I don't want to be on benefits. I would like to work. I would like to have a job. I would like Amy to be... I would like Amy to be better, and I would like Amy to thrive and...
Yeah, right. Look at Amy. She's like, work? Are you out your damn mind? They're giving me free money. I don't know how to do nothing. But she's 18. I don't know if she's ever had a job. So... that's kind of sad to be that young and already in that state. I was more embarrassed than anything the fact that I was on benefits. I'm still embarrassed about it. But I mean, it's just me being honest. I was on it, and I wanted off of it.
Of everything she wants in the world,
And yet, with no job prospects, Amy's lifestyle and daily routines aren't about to change.
A lot of people rely on the sandwiches because there's nothing else to have. You know, there's just nothing else to have, so...
Eat ham cheese.
Just a normal cheese sandwich. With the Edam. Too much butter though for Amy does actually cause her tummy problems, so we need to try and limit that as much as we can. So we try and avoid the high sugar ones if we can. Right, get your butter and go sit and eat it on the couch.
Also, your guys' butter is way more yellow than ours. It's probably all the damn preservatives in our stuff. Honestly, I like the fact that Britain and over there, you guys don't put a lot of preservatives in things, because we have it in everything. Like, I'm pretty sure our condoms have preservatives in them.
Sharon says being on benefits just doesn't pay enough to put the right food on the table.
All right, a lot of people are not going to agree with me on this, but the lack of money to buy the food. All I had yesterday was 4 slices of toast and a tuna sandwich.
But there's something Amy just can't give up.
Normal Coca-Cola.
How many of those do you drink a day?
2 1.5 bottles.
That's the equivalent of 80 teaspoons of sugar a day.
I'm tempted. Her late gran, bless her soul, when we used to come and visit when she was a baby, she'd always say, just put a little tiny bit of iron brew in a bottle and that'll get a wind up. And you know what, I thought, that's not gonna work, but you know.
I drank like a 2-liter a day too. All that sugar and all those like drinks like that definitely contributed to my weight gain and the state I got to. So if she's only drinking soda, it makes more sense how she got up there so fast. She might have been doing it her whole damn life.
It worked every single time.
In York, with the gastric bypass in the diary, Rachel Lacey is off to the job centre to find out whether she can come off the dole and onto sickness benefits while she recovers.
I have worked more often than I haven't worked, therefore I have paid into the system. And therefore I have no qualms about collecting sick pay. In fact, if anything, I feel better on that than I would on job seekers.
And she's still wrestling with the fact that it's the taxpayer who will foot the bill for the £6,000 bypass.
Yeah, I know it's a controversial subject. There's lots of other operations here. There's people object to this. There's people object to smokers getting treatment, alcoholics getting treatment. I have paid into the system and I will continue to pay into the system.
Yeah, she seems like she's probably one of the like least egregious ones. Now, Amy, the 18-year-old that's just on benefits, that's the one that most people I think would have an issue with. But I didn't realize you could just, for being the smoker, get benefits, for being an alcoholic. You guys over there it's a very lax system. So if they're going to give everybody benefits, everybody's going to take advantage of that. That's just how it works. They'd do the same over here if you allowed it.
And some people are not going to believe it, even if I say it, even if I put out wage slips, they'll probably still say I'm lying. Those people out there will be getting this who've never paid and never will.
And after her appointment, Rachel's more than happy.
They've said, sign off sick. That is the best bit of news that I'm not going to have to worry about, because I'd have to come and sign on in the middle of that.
I don't know what that means.
It's the morning of Steve and Michelle's big fat benefits wedding. They've had to scrimp, save and go without to make their benefits go further.
I know I'm having a cat.
If they went without, there'd be a lot less food there, and they also would be in a lot smaller clothes. I don't think these two have gone without at all.
That's courage then. Yeah, you need it. First start of the day, innit?
His carer, Ruth, is doing Michelle a favour for free.
I'm sitting down now, I'm going to beer there. There you go. Don't tell the missus another.
Get drunk for number 6.
This could be the first ever divorce before you got married.
That don't look like no Carl and Iron result.
As preparations continue, the photographer arrives.
Hold it there, Michelle, that's lovely. Today's your special day. Lovely.
All right.
Okay, super.
Before they know it, it's off to the registry office. Or is it?
Oh no, you got too fat and broke the car. Also, he had his ball scrubber there before his wedding, so that's just good timing, right? That was the same lady that does that.
Hello, can I have a taxi, please?
When his ride doesn't start, Steve is forced to dig into his pocket and pay for a taxi.
I'm just going to see what you can do about getting a cab straight. I'm right around.
There goes the cheesecake cash.
Taxi to you now, look. Oh, don't ask. You all right? Oh.
Oh shit,
The
that
stress
dress
is
is messed
building.
up.
The clock's ticking. Friends and family gather.
All right, Dad. Yep.
But the happy couple make it just in time.
You all right?
Oh, to you.
Yeah, bye.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Just remember that I love you. Because there's never going to be another you. And I mean that.
I think he said that about 5 times before that. But all right, number 6, the Lucky Charm, 600-pound life. 6, you guys are made for each other.
Stephen and Michelle, at this point it gives me very great pleasure to announce that you are now husband and wife. Congratulations, Stephen.
Time for the buffet.
After a few more photos, it's a motorbike convoy to the church for a blessing.
Watch out for the morbidly obese motorcycle gang, sons of fatarchy.
That was fun, I think.
Steve's gone the extra mile and made his money go as far as it possibly can. But the day is beginning to take its toll.
There you go.
Thanks a lot.
Welcome.
Thank you. You all right?
All right, yeah, I'm fine.
Get everybody in who...
Yeah,
Yes, good, yeah.
He's untucked.
The Bible teaches us that marriage is a gift of God in creation and a means of His grace.
I heard a ding.
By your blessing, let this ring be to Michelle and Stephen a symbol of unending love and faithfulness.
Steve's now
Step
been on
on
his
it.
feet for several hours. Something's not right.
Yeah, just showered. Yeah, I feel well. Yeah. Not feeling well. So it's been a bit of a hectic day.
Yeah, actually, I think that's pretty dangerous for him because he's stroked out before. So this guy, his health, probably one of the worst, but I still don't think they should pay for a wedding.
But the show must go on. Mr. and Mrs. Beer are hosting their reception. They have laid on a spread, and they couldn't resist treating their guests to their favourite takeaway.
We done pizzas.
There you go, the spread before the spread. You guys got to go on your honeymoon.
Barbecue wings, chips, onion rings, nuggets, wedges.
The total cost of catering the Beers' wedding, nearly $1,000. They say it's been a struggle, but the sacrifices are worth it. But
What
just a few hours
sacrifice?
into the celebrations, and Steve's health takes a turn for the worse.
Right. Don't feel well. I don't feel well. Oh, God.
Do you think you need to go somewhere? Are that bad, are you?
Yeah, but that's what Michelle's day.
Yeah, you can't get much better. Can you
Ambulance at your wedding equals annulment, I think, right?
I think we're going to have to call a paramedic and just check him out.
Right.
He doesn't have to. Yeah, he's not looking good.
Isn't that the guy from Ask Jeeves? Like, somebody knows what that is. From when the internet first came out, he looks just like the butler from there. That guy right there in the vest.
Yeah, sure. It's
His pain's gone down his leg, and he has gone into quite a sweat.
Well, legs are going out and I'm not feeling well.
As concern grows and Michelle changes out of her wedding dress, the paramedic assesses Steve.
I was expecting it, just put it that way. Always at the hospital with his legs. He normally gets pain in his chest, then gets shortness of breath, and then ambulance people.
Well, I think it's time to get some help, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's right. Time for help when you go nipples out for nuptials.
I suppose in some respects you could just say it's the wedding from hell because he didn't want to put it off. He didn't want to upset anybody. He had it all arranged.
Yeah.
And he's just taking too much on. You know you can't. If he loses weight, I can't see any reason whatsoever within 2 years that he won't be in a fit state to come back and get to work. There's no reason whatsoever.
Michelle is less optimistic.
Oh, well done.
I reckon Stephen will be on benefits most of his life because of his weight and stuff like that.
So you like it like
I'm going to have to be his carer for basically the rest of his life, probably.
Because that explains why you don't have to get a job, because you got to take care of him. But you both could turn it around. There's no point where you're too far gone. His health's terrible. But if he could turn it around, and you're already like, I don't understand why she couldn't just sit at a desk somewhere.
Kind of goes to prove that there's no way that he could work, is there? 'Cause,
Not really. He can't really work if he's been in pain most of the day, really. So with his leg and that, so I don't think he'd ever go back to work.
Steve was in hospital for 9 days with a blood clot in his lung. He is recovering and looking forward to married life with Michelle. Shortly before Rachel was due to go into hospital, she fell ill. Her gastric bypass didn't go ahead. And Amy and her mom are still hoping that one day she'll find a job that will change her life. Next time, meet the Kerrigan.
Alright, so I mean, a blood clot in your lung, that's a serious situation. I mean, I'm surprised he was on his feet that long, but that's what happens when you sit around. Like, you'll end up with blood clots and stuff. That's why after surgery you have to be up and moving. When you live that very, like, what's it called? Sedimentary? Something like that. When you live that type of lifestyle, like, blood clots are pretty common. But as far as the lady's surgery getting canceled and the 18-year-old that just don't want to do anything, I mean, that's what'll happen if you give people benefits. Like, they won't want to work because they're getting everything for free. But, I mean, I was guilty of being on them too. I was not proud of it. But you guys seem way, way easier going. I mean, you got ball scrubbers, you pay for weddings. Like, it's insane. I don't know why you would pay for so much stuff. But, alright, Britain. Too fat to work. That's it for that one. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Bye.